Well, it is about a week later since I've started the challenge, and I thought I'd put together some clips and just update you what's happening. We are getting there. It's taking a little bit of time. I've been adding on the daily new items for my sales posts. The good thing is it does empty out a lot of the items that I'm not necessarily using and I don't really have an interest in keeping right now. So, I mean, it's been pretty good. Everything is going for very low prices. The more expensive items are not really moving too much. Getting a lot of, looks. I've only posted to Facebook. I decided not to post on Kijiji. Kijiji, if you don't know, it's like a Canadian selling app. And they've done this whole transformation of their, at least iOS app. I don't have any Android devices. And it's just looks not very good. And a lot of, private company listings are mixed in there, eBay, things like that. So I've stopped bothering using it. So everything's entirely on Facebook. But it's been pretty good. So let's take a look to see over this past week what has sold. We are day 1 into the challenge. I'm about to sell a couple of things. The sure things today are I sold that all-in-one radio with a TV built into it, so that should be going within the next half an hour or so, as well as the person is buying something that I put up for sale a little while ago, some VHS tape for a Donkey Kong cartoon show. It's in French, so I didn't really want to keep it, so that'll be going as well. I also got someone who responded to my ad. I put my 2 copies of the Ghostbusters games for Commodore 64-128, and I'm assuming it's the ZX Spectrum. Their profile picture was that of Ghostbusters, and they said they're a massive fan and they would never sell it. They're going to keep it forever. Sure, it's really up to you what you do with it. They also accepted my price, so they should be picking it up this week. We're going to decide on a date and a time. Pretty good so far. Well, I have a second update. So it turns out a person who wanted Ghostbusters things asked if he could get it tonight. I said yes, should be no problem, because I'm actually going to meet somebody else, like I said, to sell that combo CRT whole unit with the Donkey Kong cassette that I have for sale already. So he's going to be taking this and this, and he's getting a very, very good deal. But again, I'm looking just to recoup a lot of costs, make a little bit of money on top of everything I purchased, but I don't need to become rich for this. Hopefully this will add up slowly. I mean, this is day 1 of this $1,000 challenge, and it's going pretty well so far. And here we go, $80. Not bad for 1 day of work. So we're about 6 days in, and I'll be selling this. This is a PS4 controller. It is sealed. I picked this up on it for pretty much nothing at a local pharmacy. They were just getting rid of the stock. So I have 2 of these, don't need 2, so I put this one up for sale. This should give me a pretty good profit, actually. And just like that, we got paid. Let's go. It's been about a week. Excuse the background noise of the cartoons. That cannot be controlled. So I've sold some of the stuff that I've listed. Here's a predominant amount that's still there. So we still have all the PlayStation games. The Labo's been looked at like 1,000 times. People seem to like it, but not enough to pull the trigger. This is a Batman DVD player. I don't remember if I listed it previously to the challenge, but I have someone who's supposed to want this. We've just been talking back and forth. Hopefully we'll go this weekend. Toys also have been looked at a lot, but no pulling the triggers thus far. Pianosaurus also apparently is quite a thing, because a lot of people have been taking a look. Hopefully today, these should be gone that we saw in the original video. These have gotten a ton of views, so these were not in the original video. These are just ROM hack games, so for Genesis and Famicom. None of them work properly. So I've listed them for pretty much nothing, just for, like parts really, and just for the way they look. So that is everything that should be coming up. I am going to be adding more, and I'll show you some of the stuff. This is some of what it's going to be added. So we have the old eMate 300 that is just a parts pile. So I'm charging pretty much nothing for this. I'm gonna add in this old motherboard for some, I think it was a Pentium PC. Get rid of that. I'm not using it. This, I believe, came off of a Tandy floppy drive. I don't know, maybe someone can use some of these socketed chips. Put that there. I don't remember which Power Mac this is from. It's just the board, there's no RAM. I believe those are the ROMs, they are still there. Then I have this case right here. Hey, it might have been from this one from all I know, so 7100 case is, you know, very good shape. It's all metal though. We have the back panel. We have a speaker. We have a microphone. These I don't believe came from it. We'll take it out of the way. So yeah, we're gonna add this in. I'm gonna charge almost nothing for this. It just has to go, and we'll just add a few dollars into our pockets. All right, next sale. This afternoon, I'm selling these two Betamax tapes. I have a sealed one right here, as you can see. And then I have the Hungry Like a Wolf video. So these will be selling today. I'm going to be heading out to eat, and the person agreed to meet me right around where I'm going. So these will be added to the $1,000 I'm raising. And the cash just keeps on coming. It is the same day as the other sale. So I put all of these parts for sale for not much money at all. It was pretty inexpensive. Again, these are just parts. This worked last time I tried it. And then these boards right here. So I have an Apple board, and then like a Tandy one for, I think, like an external floppy drive, giant board. Put it for a very tiny amount altogether. Here's everything else inside. I'm sure you've already seen it in the video. So I'm about to meet the person who's going to take all of this for pretty much nothing. It also clears out a lot of room in the house, and this will add a nice little dent to the $1,000 challenge. Another one. It's about that time. We're going to add to the sales. So I'll be listing this very soon. This is just a regular Wilson Walkman with AM FM, I believe, as well, radio. This I've already repaired. Essentially all you have to do is change out a rubber band inside, so this is done. I'll be listing this. Again, everything going to be listed pretty inexpensive. Here is a Radio Shack football game that I picked up a long time ago from a thrift store, as you can see. Radio Shack, if I could focus. There we go. Radio Shack no longer exists out here. This does work. I have used it in the past, just not a big football fan. Then we have this Ethernet iPrint adapter. So, as it says on the box, it connects your iMac, G3s, and other Ethernet devices to local talk printers and Macs. That old Mac logo. Yeah, I'm not too sure if this is going to go too fast, unfortunately, but it just gives you, just, see, there's G3, it just tells you how to connect everything up. So, that'll be listed cheap as well. Moving on, we have some VHS. These were the Simpsons ones, so the best of the Simpsons. So we have, I think they're numbered, either way. So we have 3 of those. Gonna be listening to, I believe they were a box set. And then moving on, some SpongeBob VHS. There you go. Whoop, whoop, whoop. They're all in there. You'll have to trust me on that. So SpongeBob SquarePants Anchors Away. SpongeBob SquarePants Spongerama. I'm not a huge SpongeBob person, but I picked these up when I found them. Bill Nye the Science Guy. Dinosaurs. Who remembers Bill Nye? And then we have one over here. Outer space. Way out there. So I will be adding this to the listings. I'm hoping to make a few dollars, we'll say, off all of this. Yeah, so let's continue. It is the very next day from that last clip. I'm going to be adding another, we'll call it, pile of vintage parts to my sales listings. Yesterday, I also added a whole bunch of things, VHS tapes, retro things like that. We'll see how well they sell. So first off, I have this backpack. All the connections that you could ever want. Has the power, everything. Little CD-ROM here, external CD-ROM. I'm sure someone could find useful. A true mouse for IBM and compatible PCs. It's very cool. It's still in the box. We have this SCSI Master Adaptec ISA to SCSI High Performance Bus Master Host Adapter Kit. Anyways, this thing is completely full. I love the graphics on the box. It's in there. Cable. I have just a regular floppy drive. Another SCSI card. Another cable. Really old school CPU cooler, which we can see on the bottom. There we go. Extremely vintage. Modem, because everyone needs one of those. And oh yeah, just an old Ethernet adapter here. So I'm gonna list this all together as a bundle. Hopefully this will go quickly. Without getting into it too much, I had another item for sale. It was a Batman DVD player. So it was like something that came along with the CRT TV that you technically bought it separately, but you could put it under the CRT and it just really just played DVDs. It was Batman themed, so I just sold that right now. It had been listed for sale for many weeks. Found a buyer who had the CRT and the remote, which I did not. Boom, boom, and there we go. And those are the sales for this past week. Now, I'm not quite at my goal. If I do my math right, I'm about 1/5 of the way there, but it's not bad for 1 week. And again, I'm trying to let things go for super low prices so that they'll move quickly. I'm pretty sure I said this at the beginning, but I'm also clearing out space, which is a fantastic thing as well. And we'll see. This might take a little bit of time. I'm anticipating about, I don't know, about a month to 2 months at the rate that I'm going. I'd love to speed it up, but it's just, this is the way it works out if you're selling locally. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.